Hi BookTube, it's Stephanie. So today I decided to share with you another library book haul. So these are all the books that I currently have out from the library now in May. Some of these I will probably return soon. I have not actually looked that up. I tend to do that just to, you know. Actually, let's do it. I'm just gonna see if there's any books that I can't renew and just return them. So be right back. So, actually, it was not that bad. One book. And I was supposed to have returned it on Friday, so whoops. So, let's start with the book that I'm currently reading, and that is Burning Roses by S.L. Huang. And this is a retelling of some sort, where the main character whose point of view, at least so far, we are following, is the Red Riding Hood. And she and her partner, not romantic partner, at least not so far in the book, they are hunting down the archer's former apprentice or mentee. Yeah, it's a novella and I have not gotten too far in it. We'll see. So far I'm really enjoying it. Let's go to the next novella I have, Come Tumbling Down by Shannon McGuire. This is the fifth, I think. Yeah, fifth, and the sixth one has been released this year. A novella series. This particular book, well, it's divided up in kind of two categories, this series. One in which we are following kind of like a main storyline, in which this one would be the third book. And then we have like stories in which we are following characters when they are in their portal worlds, because this series is a portal fantasy series. And the broad premise is that all these characters, they have visited other worlds, they have then been forcefully brought back to our world, and then they end up on this home with the other kids like them. I DNF'd in an absent dream with the Goblin Market. I could not care less, and that one was one of those like standalone stories to find out more about the background to one of the characters in the first book. This one is the third book in the kind of like series, and we'll see what I think about this. If I don't like this one and DNF this one as well, I'll just stop reading it. My favorite was definitely book 1 and book 2. Book 3 was fine, but as I said, book 4 I DNF'd, so we'll see what I think about this. And I remember being so annoyed because I had like, what, 60 pages left, and I was like, I physically can't read more. So yeah, clear DNF anyone. The next book we have here is a sequel, and that is Ancillary Sword, the first one being Ancillary Justice. Now, I really enjoyed the first book. You went back and forth in timelines with the same character, and that's a trope that is really hit and miss. It was in the middle for me, but I enjoyed it way more than in other instances I've read it. But in here we are following a part of an AI who used to be part of many more. Basically, it's, well, okay, rewind. The AI is a ship, and this ship had ancillary units. All these units were humans, or once been humans, with like this AI in their brain. And something happened, and this ancillary unit is the only unit left from the ship. And in this book, it follows on from the first book, so I'm not going to say too much from it, but this ancillary unit is one of the few left that are not part of the main AI intelligence, and she is now a captain on a ship who used to have ancillary units but don't anymore because they were discontinued. Really hard, really weird. I have not read anything on the back or in the synopsis what this is about, but I really do want to continue on with this because I love AIs. The next one I have here is Skyborn by David Dalglish. Yeah, so sorry. But this is book one in a new series for me. And this one follows a couple of twins whose parents killed in a civil war. And this world where humanity lives, they are on these islands that are like floating in the air compared to the earth. I don't know, because the synopsis is really, really tiny, and you basically just find out that they are out for vengeance and they're training to become these soldiers. And honestly, the angel aesthetic, I'm like, I want to know, I want to read some angel, even though they're not called angel combat. I really want to read that, and this one has really intrigued me. Then we have a classic, and that is Appointment with Death by Agatha Christie. Can I just, yeah, this is a Poirot novel, and can I just say that I just love the fact that it says Agatha Christie's latest Poirot novel, because they have recreated the cover, and I was like, wait, what? First when I got it. But this is a Poirot novel. I have not read anything about it. I probably already know all the points, plot points and everything in it, but I would like to read all of the Poirot novels as well, so this is one of them. So the next one I have here is The Magician's Guild by Trudy Canavan, and this is book one in the Black Magician trilogy. And in this one we are following, I'm not sure exactly who we're following to be honest, but we have a group of these magicians in this guild who, yeah, with the sorcery they're just, yeah, they are cloaked, no one can get to them. And then one day a girl hurls a rock at them because she's furious with them, and she manages to penetrate the shield because she apparently has magic, and she needs to be found, she needs to be trained so that she doesn't destroy everything around her. I don't know much about it, and I am really intrigued by it. Okay, let's get all the mangas out of the way. So I have volume 6 and 7 of the Demon Diary series. That's by, well, drawn by Kara and text by Yoon-Hee Lee. I don't really know what that means because this is translated. But yeah, these are the 2 final volumes in the Demon Diary series, and I have enjoyed it, even though I don't really think that there's too much of a red thread in it. But hopefully this will be the conclusion, so hopefully these threads will be tied up. I am enjoying the series though. Then we have a series that I just found because I was looking for another one and they did not have it, so I had to request it. But when I looked around, I found this one. So, and again, the old way my library used to have it, now they have these stickers in the back instead, but they cover a lot. But this was what I found. So the Swedish title would translate to The Magical World of Ran by Ancillary, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what these are about. I got volume 1 and 2. I think the cover is absolutely stunning, and yeah, I have no idea what they are about. All I know is that I picked up the first one, noticed that there were no text of what with no synopsis on, and just looked through the first couple of pages, thought it looked fun, so I got the first 2 volumes. We'll see definitely what I think about this. Next one I have The Heroic Legend of Auslan. There we go. And this is story by Yoshiki Tanaka and manga by Hiromu Akawa, and it's from the creator of Fullmetal Alchemist, which I do need to continue on with. I have only read the first volume and I did like it, but this is for following Auslan, who is, when the story starts, is the prince who, when he's 14, is part of his first battle, and he loses everything, his kingdom and things like that, but his destiny is to be a ruler, and he then needs to go on a journey to be able to reclaim his kingdom. I don't know anything else, and I don't want to, because I could definitely continue on reading it. So yeah, and I think, well, at least the first one, there we go. The first cover is really pretty, so we'll see what I think about this series. But yeah, I definitely need to continue on with Full Metal Alchemist. I'm aware, I've only read the first volume. Then I got a steampunk magic thing, I think, and that's called Magic by Kate Elliott. And this is set in the dawn of technology, when technology starts to take over the world. And we are following two women, I think, Kat and Bree, who are at college, and they know nothing about the magic that governs their families. But yeah. And some people, well, the cold mages come for Kat. And if you can't trust... Wait, what does it say? If blood can't be trusted, who can you trust? So we'll see. It sounds intriguing and interesting. I'm not sure I like the cover, but that's a different thing. But I'm intrigued by it. Then we have a book that I'm unsure if I will get to be honest. But I decided to just request it and see if I feel like reading it. And that is House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, first book in the Crescent City series. I did try this last year, but needed to return it because I couldn't renew it. I did get to here, so I got literally 90 pages in, so I finished part 1. So yeah, I did enjoy what I was reading, and I do want to continue on with this, so we will see basically if I manage to pick it up, because I accidentally forgot to click the square that basically says freeze your order. So, you know, at least at my library, you can, if you request a book and then you're like, oh, I will not manage to get a hold of it right now, you can just freeze it so that you keep your place. But when you are the first in line to get the book, they will skip you until you unfreeze yourself. Then you will be the next person to get a book. That was what I did with this one, because since I felt really bad for DNFing one of a buddy reads, well, then I finished one, and then I'm kind of slumpish right now, and I have 250 pages left. Well, actually, it's more crap. Okay, don't think about it, Stephanie. And I'm halfway through The City of Brass, so I told her that she could pick the next book, and she picked The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.A. Clune. This is set in an orphanage, and we are following a person who is tasked with doing some kind of evaluation to see if these kids are too dangerous or not. I don't know. I've heard so many good things about this book, and yeah, we'll see about this. Hopefully I will actually read it. Cross my fingers, because I definitely do agree with her. It's way more fun when I'm in pace with her, because then we can actually discuss the things we are reading. But yeah, I got this one, and this will be our next body read. So those are the 15 books. Well, I do have 16, but I need to return one that I have out from the library, and I'm currently reading one of them. Well, 6 of them are mangas, so at least that's something. But is there any one of these that you think, well, if we ignore the body read that I will read, is there any one of these that you're like, oh, you need to read that as soon as you possibly can? Please tell me down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.